Good morning, good morning. How are you all today, inCruises family? And good morning from Orlando, Florida, where I am right now. And good afternoon to some of you, and good evening to all the Asian countries. So welcome to our Membership 3.0 in the Zone special calls today. I am host today. My name is Irina. I'm Territory Growth Director, Global Program Manager at inCruises. And how so excited that we are having this day today to explain all about the great things coming to your business, your members, and for the inCruises family. So today we will be discussing a lot of information, and some of you might be hearing for the first time. So maybe you have a lot of information to take in, but please study your materials. We are ready to share all the information here today. And now I just wanted to tell you that this is our first time we do a webinar with Zoom call. So we wanted to do some housekeeping things. I wanted to make sure that everybody can hear the translations. As you can see at the little bar at the bottom, you will see the globe. You will see the globe sign. That is the interpretation. We are offering you right now 4 languages: Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, and Russian. And I know that you are not able to give us any chat at this moment because we want you to listen. We want you to study our Membership 3.0, this webinar. We want you to focus on the news. That's why we are not be able to allow everyone to put in the chat anything right now. But we have checked the translators. Everybody is working from our end. I'm sure you can also hear them as well. Now, before we start and share the information of Membership 3.0, I'd like to invite our first speaker today, our Chief Operation Officer and Chief Financial Officer, 2 very important roles that he is leading the company, and we are so grateful for our COO and CFO is coming to this call. So please join me and welcome our COO and CFO, Anthony Varvaro. Anthony, this way.
Thank you, Ari. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. Well, perfect.
Great job, Ari, on setting up the Zoom. Wonderful new platform. I think we'll be seeing it more in the future. So thank you very much.
Take it away.
Thank you, Ari. Today is an exciting day. Membership 3.0. I'd like to say that it's an exciting day for everybody here at inCruises and the internal team, but we've been living, we've been thinking, we've been dreaming of Membership 3.0 for many years now. Ever since prior to, in fact, Membership 2.0, we had concepts that didn't make it into Membership 2.0 that have now made it into Membership 3.0. The concept of Membership 3.0 is simple. It's to simplify and amplify what the membership does. It's to add value to the membership. There are some truly remarkable improvements, some truly remarkable leaps forward in Membership 3.0 that will just wow you, okay? That's basically what I need to say. They will wow you. What we've done in Membership 3.0, Doug and I like to say, is create pathways. Pathways for you as partners to grow your teams, to bring more members in around the world by giving them options. Again, Membership 3.0 is all about adding value. It's all about growing your teams. It's all about creating these pathways. And I think we have a winner here. We've been doing for the past couple of months test groups, having some focus sessions. We've been listening. We've been making small adjustments, small modifications, and I think we have a winner here. it is going to get us to that next level. We are on the cusp of our GLS. Many of you on this call will be with us at GLS. I can't wait to meet you all in person or see you all again in person. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Membership 3.0, our partners who just missed out or tried to make it to GLS Montenegro will have a tool to make it to GLS in April of 2025. As you all may know, we're moving to 2 GLSs a year, one in the spring, one in the fall. The next one, Doug, very shortly is going to be announcing the location of it. It's a wonderful location. We've never been there before. It's a phenomenal location. It's going to be full of excitement. Next week, we're in Montenegro. It looks wonderful. I've received some initial photos of the setup. Man, we're going all out. It's going to be an event. Everybody who's going to be there is going to have a wonderful time. And Membership 3.0 is going to be the tool that will allow everybody who wants to make it to GLS in April of 2025 to be there. So with that all being said, I know you're all excited to see what's in Membership 3.0. And Doug, if Doug can come on, because Doug knows this like the back of his hand. He knows the messaging, he knows all the aspects of it, and he will take it away.
Fantastic.
Hey, Doug. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Great. Happy to see you. I'm going to see you in a couple of days in person. I think you're
absolutely.
You're
very
one
excited.
Of our first. You're one of our first to arrive there, starting to check all the boxes, making sure everything is perfect.
Absolutely.
And we will be together, I think, on Sunday. I look forward to being with you.
Awesome.
And the team.
Well, we'll start the video up here. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you too. And it's going to be a great event. But hey, there's lots going on. Even those who aren't going to be at Global Leadership Summit will have amazing opportunities to be sharing Membership 3.0 shortly. Here we go. Start.
Fantastic. Thank you, Doug.
There we are. Okay, fantastic. Well, let's get going here. I've got everything in front of me that needs to happen here. Anthony said it great. It was a great introduction. Thank you so much. It's awesome to be working with Anthony. It's awesome to have Erie on our team. We appreciate all the translators who are helping us communicate today. It's a red letter day. We've been really excited to show this to all partners. So far, we've only been showing as Anthony brought up to the different leader groups, and now it's your day. We're going to give you, actually later today, we'll be sending out the new terms of the membership agreement, so members will be having a chance to review that, and hopefully you'll be able to use this information. And if you get any questions from your members, you'll be able to help them understand what's happening and where we're going. So hopefully you can see the screen, and we can kind of move right into the material. It's really all about simplification and amplification. We know that one of the core elements of inCruises is this part, right? Those of you who've been with us a long time know we are committed to continuous and never-ending improvement. And what is our mission? Our mission is to enrich lives with unparalleled value and opportunity. And that takes effort, that takes diligence, that takes us working on our programs constantly. And Anthony talked about these areas: simplify, amplify. The other piece that's so key is satisfy, right? That we are very confident that Membership 3.0 will satisfy the market demands for travel, right? And we know that, of course, these areas are important to all of us. We'll be simplifying and access, savings, our bookings, all those different things are key. Attracting new members, we all want, as partners, we want that to be simpler. We, of course, want our members active, traveling, happy. We want to simplify your progress as partners, how you can move forward in your business. You're going to see that this amplifies everything that it means to be in, what your options, your advantages, your team's success. And then this one, which is really important, is to stay ahead of what's happening in the marketplace of travel. We know that we've long delivered savings and unparalleled type value, but But now we're moving that value forward and wider. We're going to add to, savings and to that convenience, immediacy. We're going to help people travel quicker. We've looked carefully at the information from the last, almost 9 years. And we've seen that people they want to, the people who travel sooner in their membership, they stay longer, they go on bigger trips. And we know we consistently want to help people have access to more flexible options. So you will have options. For a lot of you, potentially you want to stay in the same program that's worked with you forever. But for those people who want to expand out and want some different things, well, you have flexibility here. And that brings us to the next, really the first of many bombshell announcements that you'll be introduced to today. If you're a leader, you maybe already heard some of these things, but this is what I've been alluding to here, is that we'll have in Membership 3.0 3 plans. 3 plans for the brand new person to choose from, and for existing members, they'll be able to choose between staying in their current plan or moving into the premium plan. These have all been tailored according to our data intelligence, our financial review of everybody who we've really had as members for the last many years, that really now hundreds of thousands of people, and watching how they behave in the membership. And so we've tailored these plans to meet the needs of really more people, right? And whether you're new or already been with us a while, there's a plan that's designed just for them. And so these 3 plans, the starter, classic, which is also really, you'll see it's very, very, very similar to the current plan. And we also will introduce what's an exciting part of this is the premium plan. There's all kinds of advantages to the premium plan, and we'll talk about those today. So we're going to go through each one of those plans a little later in the call. But in order to understand how each plan works and the value they receive, we'll move to our next bombshell announcement, which has to do with insider pricing. Insider pricing is a new dynamic that's coming with Membership 3.0. It will be available in all these plans, right, to some extent or another. We'll talk about that a little later. But it gives members, active members, the ability to book cruises, hotels, and resorts, and always pay 17% less than the regular retail prices that would be available on the normal cruise line and hotel and resort sites. Yeah, that's right. It's cruises booked with insider pricing. So it's not just this automatic savings, but you'll see how we're adding immediacy and flexibility with insider pricing. When you book a cruise with insider pricing, you don't have to book it 90 days in advance. In fact, you can book an insider pricing cruise with as little as 21 days advance notice. So again, that people who come into our company wanting to travel soon, wanting to travel quick, wanting to save, they can do it. We consistently get a lot of requests that as much as I can save with reward points, I have to save up a couple months to be able to get enough to travel. So some people want to come in and book a cruise really quickly, and they'll be able to do that with insider pricing. This is a big deal for active members, and you can access insider pricing with as little as $50 in the starter plan. We'll talk a little bit more later about how that works. But the other exciting piece is that many times we'll have cruises available to book through insider pricing that might not be available to book with reward points. Sometimes we sell out our allocations of reward point cruises, but we'll still be able to offer insider pricing cruises. So convenience, immediacy, flexibility, and access to more itineraries. And the cool part here is you don't have to use reward points. In fact, you cannot use reward points on insider pricing bookings. So you can save those points, right? And we're going to tell you about how you can save those points and you can use them just like you use them right now. So insider pricing is extra. It's a bonus offering. It's an additional thing that will become really a core element of your plan. And it gives you all the advantages that you would currently have with one-for-one reward points. Plus, it gives you significantly more savings, added flexibility, the selection I talked about. So let's talk a little bit about how this would work if I was booking a cruise. We'll take a quick example. This let's say someone who activates as a starter member, what do they have to pay? $50, right? $50. And 15 days later, they find a cruise that they want that departs in the next 30 days, okay? As an active starter member, they can book this cruise with insider pricing. I mean, that alone is really exciting for us because we know beforehand you have to save up reward points, book 90 days in advance. No, this is somebody who wants to travel essentially within their first couple of months as a member. So as an active starter member, they can book this cruise with insider pricing, and the retail price on the cruise cabin, we'll just do that round number of $2,000, which would include port fees and taxes for 2 people. And as an inCruises starter member, they can book this same cruise using insider pricing for just $1,660 and save $340. Now, that's awesome because, again, what does this person put into the membership? A $50, they started out their membership with a $50 payment. Now they're saving immediately, makes their membership seem, bring value really fast and really a lot of value. So this is, again, just one example. You can, of course, book hotels and resorts and get the same savings. And that's just the beginning of the benefits of Membership 3.0. We also have, of course, reward points. They're not going anywhere. And in fact, in Membership 3.0, they will be even more powerful, even more simple. You'll be able to leverage more of them. And let's talk about how that's going to work here. There are no more in Membership 3.0. We will not make a distinction between 2 for 1 and 1 for 1. Your existing 2 for 1 reward points that you have in your account, either on your gold or your black card, they will simply be called reward points, and they will be moved to the new program, right? You'll have access to all of these, and you can use them just like you use them right now to reduce cruise prices by up to 50%. And rank leaders, of course, can use them to reduce cruises by up to 100%, depending on their rank. Now, your current 1 for 1 reward points that you have, these are also going to be known as reward points, and they'll be moved. They'll be moved to a sub account, and they will be held in storage. So in the event that if you ever become inactive, you'll still have availability or access to those 1 for 1 reward points. They will become available to you if you ever go, the worst happens and you ever go inactive. You can use those to book cruises, hotels and resorts by up to 17%. So you see how we streamline these reward points. The cool thing about insider pricing is, again, active members will have access to savings without having to worry about 1 for 1 or 2 for 1 and all those different things that have kind of confused members as they come into there. So reward points, they'll be simplified and just known as reward points, and reward points will also be amplified in Membership 3.0. And this is how we'll amplify those. They'll be able to, starter members will have access immediately and start accruing a number of reward points. And each time a starter member makes a payment, they'll earn reward points. Now, classic and premium members, they'll still be able to earn double reward points when they pay on time. That means if they pay within 5 days of receiving their invoice or their invoice creation, the number of reward points added to their account will be doubled. So it will be double the amount of the payment. So just like it is right now. Reward points, everybody should be really familiar with this example because it works exactly like it does right now, but we'll walk through this so everybody's clear about how reward points can be used. And I think it's important to understand that you'll be able to use either insider pricing or reward points. So here's an example, a classic member who's been active for 5 months after making their initial activation payment and 4 on-time $100 monthly membership payments, they will have accrued 1,150 reward points. Now, they find that same cruise they want, and that retail price is $2,000. We'll make it easy on ourselves. They can either book this cruise at insider pricing, just like we already explained, and save for $1,660 for a nice savings, or they can use 1,000 reward points, reduce the retail price down to 1,000, and pay the additional 1,000 out of pocket. So you can see again, reward points continue to offer more savings. The limitation there is they have to book at least 90 days in advance, and this works the same way it does right now. And now the cool part about this, though, is you'll have access to actually be able to earn more reward points than ever. This will really help you reduce the time of travel between your next trip, and it will dramatically increase the level of your next trip and your vacation with the premium plan. So just as a summary, here's kind of the 3 options that you'll have to save, the 3 savings vehicles as we've been referring to them. And here's a side-by-side comparison for you that here the insider pricing, of course, in the current membership, not available. But in membership 3.0, it provides immediate, consistent, and significant savings that you can rely on. And again, very quickly, advanced booking timelines for cruises in as little as 21 days with insider pricing. Don't need to use reward points to book with insider pricing. Sometimes the cruises available to book with insider pricing might not be available to book with reward points. And as mentioned, reward points in these other rows will be simplified, and active members can still use them as they can currently to reduce cruises by up to 50% or 100% for ranked leaders. And here's a little bit of a change: is inactive members, they'll be the ones who are able to access any reward points on their blue card, and they'll still be able to save up to 17% by using those reward points. So next up, so spend some time, look at that matrix. I think it's a good summary of a lot of the different savings dynamics, which brings us to the next bombshell announcement. This one is pretty exciting for all of you partners who are out there actively registering people. In membership 3.0, every free registered member will get 50 reward points worth $50 in travel just for signing up. This gives people an immediate value, so an actual taste, right, of inCruises. So in addition to being able to audit the system and go in and review, the educational materials, go in, review the booking options and all the different travel options, they will actually have $50 to spend somewhere that they want. And of course, they'll be able to spend that up to 17% savings. And we hope a lot of people get in there and book a hotel, right? As a free registered member, they could use it $50 to book a cruise if they wanted to. Of course, that comes directly off the retail price. What we know as partners is that when people get in and they become a free registered member, a high percentage of those people end up upgrading to a paid membership. In fact, it's well above 50% of everyone who joins for free eventually upgrades to a paid membership. So you'll have this great option as a partner to offer that. And a little side note, if you're excited and you say, hey, well, I'm thinking about here in October, November, membership 3.0 doesn't officially start till November 1, but I want to go out there and register some people in October. Well, the good news is that if anybody who registers as a free member or otherwise in October, once November rolls around, we're just going to add the 50 points to their account. So going forward, we're adding the 50 points here in October. So don't wait till November. That's the point, right? You go out there and register people right now, and then come in just a few weeks, they'll get that bonus 50 points added to their account as soon as membership 3 goes on. So know that they'll be having an extra amount of points to play with as they want. So free registered members, I want to emphasize here, this is a really critical piece, is that these complimentary reward points we're giving to free registered members are no less valuable than the ones that people get for paying members get. Free registered members can use them, as I described, up to 17% savings on cruises, hotels, and resorts. Or if they choose to upgrade to a paid membership, these 50 points will follow them to their paid membership. So no need to worry about that. This is real value. This makes the journey from free membership to paid membership more rewarding, attractive than ever. Partners, this is an opportunity to grow your inCruises base like never before. So here's the other piece to understand as partner. over 50%, as I said, of free registered members become paying members. And Membership 3.0 will make registering free members more rewarding, simple, and fun than ever. And as we just described, upgrade to that paid plan, and then you can use those 50 points as paying members can. So exciting stuff for those of you who are out. And got a few technical glitches there, it sounds like, but it looks like we're back on track. So starter plan. Let's go through the starter plan. We're going to break down each one of our individual plans so you understand the differences and the value equation in each one. Starters can pay just $50 a month and open the door to the member advantages. Low startup, low monthly payments, make the starter plan ideal for new budget-conscious members and partners. That's what the starter plan was created with that in mind. A super affordable way to gain access to what? Insider pricing and start to earn reward points as well. It also, this is one of the most intriguing parts about the starter plan, is sign up as a starter partner member. This is a great low-cost way to gain access to additional income and incentives by becoming a starter partner member. And that, of course, improves cash flow and sets the stage for progress long-term and more loyalty and increased engagement and production. What is included in the starter plan? It's the following. They'll have immediate access to 2 insider pricing bookings per year, which of course you can save hundreds and hundreds of dollars on with those insider pricing bookings, depending on the price of the cruise or travel you book. You earn 50 reward points, as we've been talking about, for registering. You'll also earn 50 reward points per monthly payment. And here's a really fun part of the ramp-up aspect of the starter plan is that you'll be able to earn a complimentary upgrade to Classic with 4 consecutive on-time payments. So that's $100 savings. It would normally cost somebody an activation payment of $100 to start with Classic. Complimentary upgrade given to a starter who makes 4 consecutive on-time payments. What are on-time payments? Within 5 days of your invoice creation, you make your payment, and that's on time. There's a few notable rules about the starter plan that you need to be aware of. You can continue as a starter partner member or starter member as long as you want, or at any point in your journey, you can upgrade to Classic, or you can even upgrade to Premium. At any point, that's an aspect, is to upgrade to one of the higher plans. Now, to upgrade, starters can simply pay the activation payments necessary, or if they've earned a complimentary activation through the on-time payment ramp up, they can use that to upgrade. So once upgraded, the upgrade happens immediately, and then your invoice will be now figured from that date of upgrade. There's only 1 starter opportunity per person per lifetime, and the starter plan is only available for new members. So if somebody is an inactive member, have already had a membership with us, they're not eligible for the starter plan. They can still, of course, activate as a Classic or Premium, but only brand new people new to the system can start as starters. Starter members can book the most popular cruise lines, the Costa, MSC, Carnival, NCL, Princess Virgin, and of course, all the most popular in-stays. Starter plan is a very strategic plan, an important plan for partners, especially important in regions where we've discovered that sometimes the Classic plan and the $295 partner member activation fee and the $100 monthly payments that they pay now are just a little bit more of a challenging ask in some economic situations. This plan now empowers new members and partner members that right now it might be missing, or they might get in and realize, oh man, $100 a month is just a little bit too much for me right now. So that really erases that scenario and allows those people to get in, get started, start slow, and then upgrade later. We are very confident that this will not cannibalize people who are currently ready for the Classic activation. Instead, we are very confident that this will cultivate more people to be ready to eventually upgrade to Classic or Premium. And that's really the strategic importance of the starter plan. So with that, let's talk about the Classic plan, which is the plan that everybody is very familiar with. It's called Classic just because it is our time-tested structure. This is the plan that made inCruises famous. Current members will automatically move over to the Classic plan. So if you don't do it, you won't have to do anything. You'll just absolutely be transferred over into this plan. You don't have to choose or do anything like that. You'll continue with your same invoicing schedule and your $100 monthly payments just like you do now. Any unused 2-for-1 reward points that you have will become reward points that in your new account, they can still be used exactly like you can currently. Now, your unused 1-for-1 reward points, just to reiterate, now those will be stored in a different account, and they'll become accessible only if you ever become inactive. Now, the Classic plan features, it just ramps up everything we talked about with the starter. 5 insider pricing bookings per year. That will allow Classic members to generate thousands and thousands of dollars in additional travel savings, depending on how much of that they use. But it's all there for them to take advantage of. Insider pricing is a fantastic option to increase the value you get out of your membership. Plus, Classic members, that as they register, they'll earn 350 reward points for registering. And this is a breakdown of how that occurs. They get 50 points for member registration. They get 100 reward points that equals their Classic activation payment, so that one-time payment, and 200 reward points for their first on-time Classic monthly payment. Now, moving forward, Classic members, they'll be able to earn 200 reward points per on-time payment. Yeah, make your payments on time. That's the key to amplifying your reward points. Again, within 5 days of receiving your invoice, and you'll continue to double your monthly payment in reward points. If Classic members pay later than 5 days, then they'll still earn 100 reward points for any payments they make between 6 and 30 days of receiving a monthly invoice. So you need to be aware of that. You need to make members aware of that. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the call, about how we'll give people a time frame by which they can start to get used to this and accommodate this new payment schedule. But we try to be, and I think you'll see, as fair as possible. And the good news is most people right now in the system already pay in that time frame anyway. A high majority of people, members, are paying in that time frame. And now we just need to move some of those others into that new schedule. If Classic members, as we just discussed, Classic member rules, they cannot downgrade to the starter plan, right? So again, only brand new people are eligible for the starter plan. However, they can upgrade to premium, and we anticipate that a lot of people, we've already heard a lot of people talking about, wow, the premium plan is what I want to do because I just want to upgrade, elevate my travel plans. Now, you can do this. How do you upgrade? By paying a one-time $250 activation payment, so the premium activation, and your first month's premium monthly payment. When you do that, the upgrade happens immediately. And your invoice will be now scheduled from that date. Like starter members, Classic members can book all the most popular cruise lines we've already discussed. They can also book the most popular in-stays. And that brings us to really what has become really one of the most exciting and new parts of the plan, which is the premium plan, right? We've just continued to get a lot of partners and longtime leaders who've said, wow, premium plan has a lot to offer. We're excited about the increased advantages that it gives us. And with that, let's talk a little bit about the premium plan. And we'll break it down in just like we have the others. The premium plan adds new advantages and then, of course, amplifies the legendary advantages of the Classic plan. First premium plan members, they'll never have to worry about, do I have 2 or 5 insider pricing bookings? No, I have unlimited access as a premium member to insider pricing bookings. That means how much value you get is only limited by your ability to travel, right? The number and type of hotels, resorts, and cruises that you decide to access. You'll be able to always save on each one of those as a premium member. Now, with regards to trip options, premium members can book anything that a Classic or a starter can book, and premium members will also have access to an exclusive suite of premium travel providers that are the more higher end travel providers like Disney, Explora, Azamara, Oceania, the hotels like Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton. Again, some of the higher end brands will now be in a special suite that only premium members will have access to. And plus, at the very moment that one upgrades to premium, you'll be earning more reward points than ever, right? Everything is scaled up in the premium plan. And that's important because premium members often want to travel more. They want to travel on bigger trips. They don't want just the inside cabin. I'm going for the balcony or a suite potentially. And now those things are in reach with the additional reward points that you can earn by being a premium member. Premium member activation receives 50 reward points for member registration, 250 reward points that are equal to their one-time premium activation payment, and 500 reward points that they'll get for their first on-time premium payment. They earn 500 reward points. That's right. Every month, every time they make this on-time $250 premium payment, they earn 500 reward points. You can see how those will stack up quickly and open the door to increased travel and more memorable experiences. They earn 250 reward points if they miss that 5-day window, so pay between 6 and 30 days, they still earn 250 reward points. So premium, it has all kinds of different advantages, unlimited access, really an amazing number of reward points, and this will just really raise the bar. Let's talk about maximizing membership value. It's important. We've already talked about a few of these concepts, but because they're so important in Membership 3.0, we want to go through them in depth so that you each know exactly what's happening here. One of the key updates that we've made that we'll be making with Membership 3.0, it comes from you, the partners, the field leaders who've asked us again and again throughout Membership 2.0 is to help you and your members maximize the value of the membership and really kind of move forward and reduce the amount of time between payments so that we give people the opportunity and really to earn additional rewards, to move your reward point accruals forward faster. And this is really where this comes from. So within 30 days, now payments will need to be made within 30 days of invoice receipt. So the maximum amount of time that you can have between will be 60 days. So between 60 days of payment, that's the maximum amount of time before you become inactive. And we've already talked a little bit about the on-time payments. Now, again, this change is really in direct response to field leaders' feedback, and it's come in response to us looking closely at the people in the membership who get the most value. That's what we want to develop and cultivate, our members who really travel, because up until members travel, and as often as they travel, really the value they have is dormant. It's set aside. And so what we want them to do is access those reward points, access the travel value. And we, in order to do that, we want to reduce the time frame by which they do that. And this will really help to do that. Tightening the payment window, it will help members stay on track. It'll help us to cultivate more active travelers, the ideal travelers, by empowering them to earn more reward points in the year. That means more savings on more trips. That means more luxurious options. And that means, in the end, full value or exclusive value to the benefits of Membership 3.0. This is about making sure that every member gets the most out of their inCruises experience and helps them to save, travel, enjoy more. Now, this remains, and we know this is important right now, but even more important in the new membership program is to stay active. With Membership 3.0, staying an active member is more important than ever, as only active members have access to insider pricing. Active members will, just like they do right now, they keep all of the doubled and membership-free reward points. Of course, if your membership becomes inactive, we know that your unused reward points revert to the amount that you originally paid. So what we call your net paid-in contribution. While inactive members can still use these points to reduce prices on cruises, hotels, and resorts, ideally, it is that nobody goes inactive, right? Stay active is always the best way to maximize your membership value. And that means that active members, of course, can also use the maximum amount of reward points when they book cruises and reduce those prices by up to 50%. So maximizing membership 3.0 value. The last point is pay on time. We've talked about this, but we want to drive this home. It's more than just the doubling of reward points. It also allows us to pay the maximum number of payments in the given period of time. The earlier you pay your payments, the more payments that you can make, because your invoice schedule resets based on every payment. So example, in a 365-day period, a classic member who always pays on the very first day, so this would be somebody who is on recurring billing, which is, of course, the ideal situation, is that person can make 12 payments of $100 each, and each of those payments will continue to earn 200 reward points, and they'll be able to earn 2,400 points in the year. That's maximum value. And of course, the other important aspect of that is through that entire time, they could book insider pricing through that entire time because they've never gone inactive, and they'll always have access to that as well. So never a question about that. So the other example is, here's someone, a classic member who waits, right? They wait until the very last day. So who always pays on the 30th day after receiving an invoice. That person will make 6 payments of $100, and each of those payments will earn them 100 reward points, so they only earn 600 points in the year. So that's a 4 times advantage versus versus paying on the first day and paying on the last day. And we think this will help a lot of people really pay on time, get more membership value when they understand just how important that is. Now, the perfect plan, and this is really important for you partners as you go out there. Of course, we're all excited about the advantages of the premium plan. We think a lot of people will take advantage of that, but it's important to know that really the perfect plan is the one that works, right, for your individual member. Not the premium plan isn't for everybody, right? That's just too big an ask for some families, and that's fine to stay on the classic plan. There's still amazing value inside the classic, and really impressive value with the starter plan as well. It just gets you going. So the perfect plan really is the one that meets your members' individual needs and your needs. And so it's important to know that you can look here and you can see the ascending value and all the different areas that you have advantages. But we put this forward just because we want you to really, as partners, understand that you have options. Anthony mentioned it, right? There's new pathways to take to get to the same goals. Not everybody needs to move at the same speed. Not everybody, will want to move at the same speed. But the pathways are there if you want them. There's new pathways. Now, those people who want to go faster and go bigger, well, that premium pathway is there as well. So options. That's what Membership 3.0 is giving you in a big way. And of course, you'll have the same peace of mind that you do right now. We'll continue to offer the payment protection that we launched here just a little while ago. You'll have payment protection for cruises, payment protection for hotels and resorts is also going to be accessible. Trust My Travel will still be intact. I put this slide up here partially to make people aware that these are 2 different things, right? Sometimes people talk about them in the same way. Payment protection is your choice. It's an optional program that allows you to choose the coverage that you want. Trust My Travel is our choice. We choose as inCruises to pay for that for everybody. It's there just in case the very worst happens and that inCruises were to go out of business. Just know your member payments, all of them, your premium, starter, classic, all those payments, they're insured by Trust My Travel. You will get them back in the worst case scenario that inCruises goes out of business. That's an important aspect, though, as you talk to people and help them understand that you get great upside value with your membership, and there's really no downside risk. So Membership 3.0 has massive impact for partners. You'll see some of the same things talked about as we kind of get into this section here where we say specifically for partners, let us kind of help you understand how powerful this could be to helping you get to the goals that you want to get to. We are confident that you'll be able to generate more results for every invitation, activation, and payment, or at least the same, right? You'd be able to at least, generate the same results that you're getting right now. And now when you add in the starter and when you add in the premium and you add in some of these other aspects, we believe that you'll end up with happier customers and some of these other dynamics give you opportunities to just have, faster progress in the same amount of, with the same amount of effort. Here are a few reasons why insider pricing. In all of the different conversations with brand new people who didn't know about inCruises, they really love simplicity of insider pricing. No more worrying about one-for-one points, how I can use those. That's a little bit difficult for brand new people to grasp, we found. Instead, insider pricing reward points, they'll be simpler than ever. Every free registered member will get 50 complimentary reward points. So that's another fun thing that's coming for partners to use to leverage as you talk to people. Starter plan, as we've talked about, this will really turn people who are misses in today's system into gains in the future. And how powerful that be, I think we'll see. It's more powerful than people expect. The 30-day payment period will increase payment frequency. It will increase the activity and the member satisfaction and retention. We are 100% confident of this. We are very convinced, not just from the field leaders' feedback, but looking at all the numbers. This is the right move. This is just how membership plans should work, ideally. We still give them a little bit of a grace period, but membership plans, subscription plans are meant to be paid each month, month in, month out, and people understand that. I think that they'll understand that in the future in a more powerful way. The premium plan empowers earlier, more frequent trips, huge experiences, all kinds of stuff there. More members joining, staying, and making more significant, more consistent payments. That will boost, of course, your production. We're going to show you how powerful that is. Of how Membership 3.0 will amplify these results. And one of the key pieces to understand, went a little too far there, whoa, bounce. Okay, is that these upgrades that we've talked about, right? The upgrade from Classic to Premium and how that works in connection with maintaining your active partner status. Under the current program, the expectation is, and you should all be aware of this as partners, right? To be eligible for income, to be eligible for incentives, have to have an active partner status. And in order to do that, I need to average at least one activation in the last 30 days, or 3 activations in the last 90 days, 6 in the last 180 days, and 12 in the last 365 days. So moving forward in Membership 3.0, we'll make it simpler because we're going to move from just individual activations into production. So we'll just change the conversation around production. And what do you have in Membership 3.0? New ways to produce this production, new ways to produce even more production. It will make it simpler for many of you to maintain active partner status. You'll be able to imagine this, right? You'll be able to keep your active partner status for an entire year by just activating or upgrading, because they count the same, 5 premium activations. You compare that with today, which would require a minimum of 12 classic activations in what's currently the program. So you could go in, cultivate your existing members, upgrade some of those to premium, and maintain your your active partner status in a powerful way. And of course, that makes you eligible for income, incentives, and all the good things that can happen there. So daily activation bonus, this is how this will work. It's really cool to see that inCruises, I think this is very generous of inCruises, is that we've made the starter plan just as lucrative as the classic plan as far as daily activation bonuses go. You'll see there, it's $20 activation payout for a starter, just like a classic. A quarter of the initial payment required for the same reward. Or you can activate premium members and it will scale, right? It will scale directly up the same ratio. Premium members can boost their current earnings, will boost your current earnings by 2.5 times, which is another powerful way to kind of increase your progress as a partner. The monthly activation bonus, this is a place where there's a nuance here that you need to understand, and namely the monthly activation bonus gives us a good power, an example of how premium really has power in when you're out there activating. It's important to understand that starter plan activations will not count towards monthly activation bonuses. So you get a great daily activation bonus on starters, but they don't carry forward into the monthly activation bonus. And classic and premium plans, these will each be calculated separately, right? So figured on their own activations. Each plan's bonus is based on the total sales of that specific type, meaning they don't combine for a single bonus amount. You don't combine classic and premium to generate, no. Each is figured on its own line item. By focusing on both of these plans independently, because you'll find, I think, that they are very different customers, you can maximize your earnings in the monthly activation bonuses. Weekly matching bonus is going to shift with relationship to, instead of activations, again, the conversation shifts to amount of production. What's nice, again, you have more options to create the required volume. You can create the $200 in personal production that you need in a week with 4 starter activations, 1 class, of course, 1 premium puts you way over the top. Your team requirement changes from 3 activations instead of in a week to $600 in activation volume. So imagine this, you're earning matching bonuses with just 1 premium and 1 classic team activation, and Membership 3.0 will make this easier than ever to achieve your weekly matching bonus targets and boost your overall income potential. I fully convinced that more people than ever will be receiving weekly matching bonus inside the Membership 3.0 structure. So Membership Free, one of our most famous, one of the things that's really made us so famous is Membership Free. This amazing incentive. It also showcases the simplicity, the versatility, and the flexibility of the new program, because it will no longer be based on having 5 direct paying members. Again, here, the conversation shifts to production, right? So reach $500 in direct membership payment sales. And this, again, can be achieved with as few as 2 premium members. So somebody could become a membership free partner by having 2 premium members pay in a month's time. Of course, 5 classics would work just like it does now. 10 starters would work. What's more likely here, as you see, is that people will see a mix, right? But the point is, infused with starters, infused with premium, see the production go up, and it makes membership free more achievable than ever before. I hope that you start to see the power that is coming inside Membership 3.0 for partners. Many partners are just here. Have told us this. We're here for the membership free incentive. We're hyper travelers. We want to inCruises to pay for our membership free. And this is such a key point in our program. It's important to know that that's the max, right? So one thing we should know with membership free is that the most you can earn in membership free is $100 a month. That's the way it is now. That's the way it'll be in the future. So if I'm a premium member, I still have to pay an additional amount to make my monthly payment, but we'll still cover $100 for the $500 in production. So and you probably already picked this up, but I think it's a bombshell announcement because it's just key to understand that nothing's changing in relationship to the requirements to earn your bonuses in Membership 3.0. You have new options to increase your production, but the production thresholds, the production requirements all stay the same. For leadership ranks, team leadership bonuses, recurring income, all of that, it remains unchanged under Membership 3.0. And this is a bombshell because, again, we are keeping the requirements the same and we're giving you additional production opportunities. So from the new plan members that we've talked about, starters, we've also talked about premium, and what are we also going to see? People paying more often, right? We'll see members in general paying more often, which will, again, raise your production overall. And nothing else is changing, right? We'll show you how this works just with marketing directors, just to show if you infuse with just some premium, and we'll say in this instance, we'll say you only go all in on premium memberships. The premium plan will offer additional production potential. So imagine this: a partner who's trying to get to marketing director status. They need $3,000 in qualified production. They can do that in Membership 3.0 with significantly fewer members, assuming they're premium members. So instead of the 15 current members that it would take, if we had 6 premium members in this, this will make reaching higher ranks more accessible than ever. When you see here 6 versus 12, again, a huge advantage when you infuse your production with premium memberships. So look at the team leadership bonus. Works similarly. The math is the same, right? 2.5 times increase in whenever you have premiums involved. The activation required for the full team leadership bonus would be attainable with fewer members, with 60% fewer activations needed, again, assuming that they were all premium. So exciting stuff. I hope you're starting to see how you can get to your goals, your partner goals faster. You can collapse time frames. You can help your partner teams get to those points quicker. We all know the advantages that come from marketing director. Well, now what about those advantages that with regards to 100% cruise usage and reward point usage, and the ability to reach other elite travel advantages as we increase in rank? All of that can move forward inside this exciting new plan of Membership 3.0. So moving into recurring income, of course, by now, these numbers should be pretty familiar to you. You'll see each of these things scale. It amplifies your recurring income opportunities as you get premiums who are paying more often. And again, don't underestimate the starter plan's ability to turn losses into gains. When fitted to the right member, each of these plans, right, will have the potential to contribute significantly to recurring income because now they've found a comfort level. They found an area that works for them, and they're more likely to stick with it, to make those ongoing payments, and of course, make them frequently. Those are the people who stay active longer, they stay and they travel more, and those are the kind of people that you want in your team and in your partner group. So the recurring income multiplier will work just like it does right now. The same dynamics will apply to the recurring multiplier as it's linked to builder space. This stability ensures that you can continue to earn predictable, reliable income and have the potential to increase your earnings through the new plans and focus on growing a big builder space. Everybody needs to be aware of that. For new partners, everybody's in your builder space, right? It's only the higher ranks that have to kind of be more strategic about that. But this will be more valuable than ever as we activate, as we get our teams activated, as we catch the vision of earnings, especially for these higher ranking leaders, of earning recurring income up to $20 and $25 for every premium payment they make. This will explode the options. Of course, you'll be earning big time bonuses for builder space in those higher levels, but now your recurring income is amplified through this. Again, what I'm interested to see which leaders will truly embrace this and move forward here. In the end, members, partners, all of it adds up to enriched lives. That you'll be able to expand your influence in a bigger, more powerful way. This is a movement that will enrich lives in a more palpable, substantial way. And as you start to catch the vision of what this can mean for you as partners, we'll see things explode, right? We hope that that even if you just continue to do the same amount of work that you're doing right now, you'll have, again, more success, more results are available. What we hope will happen, though, is that you'll catch the vision of what's coming, and that you'll do more, right? You'll do more than you ever have. Here's your specific pre-launch checklist that take massive action. We want you to take massive action today. There's no reason to wait. What you see here in Membership 3.0 is any activations or registrations that you do here in October, they can be upgrades in November, right? Also, we'll be tacking on the additional 50 points. So there's, again, no reason to sit there and think, well, I'll wait till November it comes around and I'll really hit it hard. No, absolutely. The way to go right now is we have some exciting promotions for partners this month. If you're excited about the premium membership, well, now in October, you go out and just activate 3 new direct partner members in October, and you'll be able to either choose from 2 exciting rewards, right? So you'll be able to either, once you hit that threshold 3, which a lot of people can get here, I'm fully confident that you can sign up or activate 3 direct partner members in October. You'll be able to choose either extend my partner activation, my partner active status, so $109 for 12 entire months, or I will receive $250 complimentary upgrade if premium is where I want to go. So we're willing to work with you if you act now, right? So take massive action today. There's only reasons to take action. There's no reason to wait. I hope that you'll start to cheerlead, share your energy and enthusiasm. We'll be sending out, I think I mentioned, members will be receiving a notice about the member amendments and agreements that will be happening in November. And we hope that you'll take this opportunity to dive in, activate more new members, mobilize more new partners, and all of that will just turn into more success as we move forward. And we hope that you're already planning. We know that many of you are already planning and executing huge pre-launch activities and working on that right now. So it's again not something to wait on. The bright future that we've been looking for. Of course, we've had amazing years up till now, but now this is the runway that will take us to new heights, right? It truly is an amazing time to be a member of inCruises, to be a partner where you sit right now as partners with inCruises. Amazing opportunities are coming, and we're just excited about the next steps. So each of you will have access to the information that we've provided and in your language, your own languages, and you'll have access also to this Q&A section. With that, I'm wondering, Iri, can we bring back Anthony and kind of go through a couple of these Q&A items and clarify a few items? Maybe that's a no, a negative. But okay, Anthony, here you are. Okay, great.
That wasn't a no. Yeah, all good.
See you back. But yeah, I think it's important to go through a few of these Q&A items, and I think we have a little extra time, and so yeah, why don't you start us off by going number 1 here, and then we'll go from there. Can you see the screen?
Perfect. Yeah, very, very good, Doug. Thank you. So how will upgrades works? Well, first of all, it depends on which plan you're upgrading. So starters can upgrade to classic and or premium at any time by simply paying the activation fee in the first monthly payment. So $200 for classic, $500 total for premium. So the 200 classic would be 100 activation and 100 monthly. 500 premium is 250 plus 250. Starters can earn a $100 credit towards their upgrade by making 4 consecutive on-time $50 monthly starter payments. So again, the starter simply needs to make 4 on-time payments, and then when they go to upgrade, they will only be required to pay $100. The activation fee is waived. Okay, so a free activation with 4 on-time starter payments. Classic members can upgrade to premium at any time by simply paying $250 one-time premium activation and their $250 premium payment. Upgrades take effect immediately, and the next invoice is 30 days from the upgrade date. So you get a new invoice date, which is 30 days from the upgrade date.
I think this is an important point. You'll be seeing this in your inboxes today, this new membership agreement. And do you have to sign something? Do you have to agree to the new membership terms? Well, you do not need to sign a new membership agreement, because you'll see here as you review it today, there's a clause. There has been a clause that in our member agreement that allows you to transition to subsequent agreements without a new signature. But yes, when November 1 comes around, you will need to agree to the latest membership terms. And that will happen as you log into your web portal. You'll be asked to agree to the new terms to access your member account and make bookings in the new program. It's important also to know that nothing changes with regards to partner members. I mentioned the starter partner member already. That requires that somebody pay $145 to become a starter partner member. Classic partner members, it's the same exact number it is right now. And then premium partner members, you see it's just $95 in addition to whatever else they have to pay. Existing members simply pay the $95 partner activation payment. and that will continue every 6 months, just like it does right now. So no changes there. This is an important one, Anthony. Do you want to talk about this one? Mm-hmm.
So when will existing members need to follow the new membership 3.0 payment terms? So again, any invoice received, this is very important. So any invoice received by current members before December the 1st will still have the 90-day payment window, and they will continue to earn double reward points for any payment made during that window. Okay? So if you receive an invoice in November, you have the 90-day payment term. So any invoice issued or received by you before December the 1st.
So all existing members, right?
All existing members, that is correct. So if you want to receive an invoice before December the 1st, make an October payment so you will receive a November invoice. If you have an invoice already pending and you wait until November, your next invoice after that would be in December. Hence, you must follow the new membership 3.0 rules. Okay? So for invoices received after December the 1st, the new membership 3.0 terms will apply. This means that payments must be made within 5 days for the double reward points and within 30 days to remain active member status. Additionally, new members or existing members upgrading after November the 1st will follow 3.0, membership 3.0 immediately. Okay? And then we just give two examples. As I had stated, a member receives an invoice on November 15th. They can pay within 90 days, and at any point they make their payment, they will receive the double of the reward points. A member receives a payment invoice on December the 5th. They must pay by December 10th to receive the double points, or January the 4th to remain active status.
Yeah, perfect. Now that's the place where we get a lot of questions, and I really like what you said. I like what you said so much. I'm going to reiterate, and that is, if you want to have an invoice come to you before December 1st, you just need to be aware of that, right? If you want, meaning pay your payments that you can access right now. We know there's a lot of people maybe with outstanding invoices, and if you want that longer runway, then you need to take action in this month, essentially.
Correct.
Yeah, great. So what happens if a starter partner member earns membership free? Well, the way that works is their $50 payment is waived, and they still earn 50 reward points. Of course, if they upgrade to Classic and they still maintain the $500 in direct production, their $100 Classic payment will be waived, and they'll receive 200 reward points. I already talked about what if a premium partner member earns membership free. Well, then they just get $100 of their $250 payment waived. So obviously, if you're a starter partner member and you're earning membership free, you're going to want to be looking for that upgrade pretty quickly, right? To maximize your points, and that's to encourage that ramp up behavior. And what happens if I'm membership free and I upgrade? So this is an important thing to understand. If you're currently membership free and you choose to upgrade, well, you'll need to still pay the full activation payment and your first monthly membership payment for your new plan. If you're still membership free at the time that your next invoice is due, that's when membership free will kick in just like it normally does right now. So inCruises then covers the $100 of the monthly membership payment, and you'll receive 200 reward points. So important to know that, if you're membership free, it doesn't give you an advantage on the upgrade, and you just need to be aware of that. We give you an example here that in relationship to that. So, but be aware of that. Main thing you need to understand is in upgrades, membership free doesn't give you a specific advantage.
And Doug, also, I don't know if it's covered in a future Q&A, but upgrades also will not have an effect if you've qualified or if you're on the cusp of qualifying for 2-for-1 checkout.
Mm-hmm.
So
that actually
that's not considered a change in the plan. So if you have 2-for-1 checkout, 2-for-1 RP at checkout to use that as a checkout option, and you upgrade, you will retain that right. So that this will not have an effect on that.
Thanks for bringing that up. I don't think we've added that to our QAs yet, but that's a good point to understand. So go ahead, Anthony. Let's see. Yeah.
So when membership 3.0 goes live, what will happen with my 2-for-1 and my 1-for-1 reward point balances? Well, your 2-for-1 reward point balances will remain as they are on the quote-unquote gold card. Okay? You can use them as you do now. reducing cruise prices up to 50% or even up to 100% if you're a ranked leader with elite travel privileges. Okay? And again, if you have the ability, if you have that right, that earned right to use 2-for-1 as a checkout method, you will retain that right going forward until July of 2026. Okay? So now you will continue to earn reward points as you do every month now in either classic and or premium, and you will earn double when you make on-time payments. As for your 1-for-1 balances, because we have created insider pricing and added that value to the membership, the 1-for-1 points that you have are going to still be in your account, but how they were used in the past was to reduce the cost of bookings down to an amount that was only known upon checkout. We've replaced that with a much more certain, so price certainty, insider pricing. So we're just giving full, as if you had an unlimited bank of 1-for-1 reward points. So as an active member, you can book as much as you want according to your plan limits, as much as you want, up to insider pricing. So consider it as if you have an unlimited amount of 1-for-1 points. There are, and again, I encourage you to check it out just to see how powerful that insider pricing is. We have a lot of members who love to cruise, and some book on higher end or more pricey cabins, etc., where the cost of the cruise is $15,000, $20,000. Insider pricing will result in savings of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to some of the invoices which we currently had. Imagine you're a member for 2 months, 1 month, you put in $100 of payments, and right away you can book a cruise and have a $3,000 or $4,000 savings. It's a wonderful, valuable asset to have within your new membership. Insider pricing itself has a lot of value. Okay, and then on top of that, the reward points. This is a game changer. I encourage everybody to really see the savings that could be generated by insider pricing, and the value that it adds to the membership is incredible. So your unused 1-for-1 points that you have now will go into, it'll still be visible to you, and should you ever become inactive, they will be made available to you to continue to book up to insider pricing. Okay? So just as they are used now.
Maybe explain a little bit about 17%. I know we talked about this briefly, but how's that the number?
Okay, so 17%. There's actually some math behind it. There's actually some theory behind it. So when we launched 1-for-1 points in April 1st of 2022, we've had since then quite a number of 1-for-1 bookings, and the average amount saved by our members on 1-for-1 bookings since we introduced it in April 1st, 2022, has been 16%. That was the average savings. So when we went, Doug, I remember the meeting, you, myself, Hutch, and Frank were in there saying the average is 16%. They said, great, give everybody 17%. That's how the 17% came along. And when you actually look at it, 17% is in line with, for example, if you reach the highest levels of, for example, at booking.com, their platinum level of Genius 3 level, Genius 4 level, high levels of Expedia booking for their loyal customers, they're giving 16, 17, 18%. So we're right in where the market is, but with us, you get it as part of your membership plan.
And what's beautiful about this is, in the past, right, you get the occasional person, right, who maybe save a little more than 17%. But what really hurt partners is when they bring in a new member and they jump in there, and it wasn't impossible that they'd go into the booking engine to look at a hotel, and the savings would be like 5 or 7%, right? And
that is correct, Doug.
And that was kind of what left a bad taste in some people's mouth that they looked at that and they go, okay, they only saw what they were looking for, and they kind of came away with like, man, I'm only saving 5% or 7%.
It was dynamic.
Yeah.
The math behind the current one-for-one checkout was dynamic. And being fully transparent, what we did was we received a wholesale cost from the travel provider. There was a retail price. We took a very small portion to cover our overhead to make the booking, and we gave the rest to the member as a savings. Now, for example, if a $100 night had a cost to us of $92, let's say we took $3 to cover overhead, credit card charges, and whatever else was in there, we said, here's $5. So $5 on $100 looked like 5%. Now, with a flat 17%, even if we're only going to collect 83, we will take the loss of $8 per booking, okay, and give it to you, our member, okay? So it's that price certainty. You're going to know that you're getting a savings of substance, 17%. And again, when the math is done, Doug, where else can you go, especially with price parity, book a cruise of $3,000, correct? And with us, just as a member, be able to check out for $2,460. Okay, so
yeah,
that is
a significant amount of savings. It's awesome.
A significant amount of savings with early on in your membership, while still accumulating your reward points. So if you come into the program because you want to travel, and I'm telling you, partners, the best members are the ones who appreciate and want to travel. Okay, they're the most loyal. They are the ones that are going to pay the most monthly membership payments. They're the ones that are going to pay on time. We just finished a month. We have 1,900 partners on here. We just finished a month, Doug, and I shared with you, and I'm going to be happy to share these numbers with everybody on this call, where in the month of September, okay, 79%, without the membership 3.0 rules, 79% of all members paid the invoice within 5 days of the due date. Okay? That's without, and then as you know, Doug, the numbers, some paid on day 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which would have paid on day 5, knowing the rules of membership 3.0. Okay? And very few members drag out to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, or all the way to 90 days past due date. Okay, so for the members to maximize the commission, to maximize their compensation, and for the members to get what they feel the most out of the program, members should be encouraged to travel, use insider pricing, use their reward points. Signing up a member to say, in 9 years you're going to be taking a cruise is not the best. A lot changes in 9 years. Life gets in the way of members within 5 years. Their ideas of what they want to do within a long period of time changes. Then they may become disgruntled with the membership because they now have 2 kids or 3 kids and they can't travel. Something else gets in the way. And now they feel they haven't been able to travel. Members who travel are happy members. They tell other people, I joined this great club, I saved money. They bring in more members. They bring in more members to your team. It's just a good thing.
Yeah, beautiful. Well said. Really well said. So I don't know if we have to go through all of these because I think we've covered some of them already. I think that, let's see. Actually, you covered this.
Doug, there's one good one. I don't. You had stated that there was certain curated cruise lines and travel.
Yeah, good. That's a great point to bring up. Yeah.
For premium, but please let's discuss how we're dealing. That is not something that's coming into effect right away. That we're giving a long runway, so that if somebody had their mind or their dream set on something that will become a premium curated product, that they will still have an opportunity to book it.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you brought that up because yes, we have heard as we've talked to leaders through this process of introduction. There's been quite a few people who are like, hey, I'm an existing member. I don't really want to upgrade to premium. I want to kind of keep my plan. It's comfortable for me. It works great. Like we said, it's the one that works for you. But I did have my heart set on a Disney cruise or an Azamara or a specialty cruise of some sort. So what we decided to do is give, initially we won't segregate, right? The classic and the premium plan, and you will, as classic members, up until July.
At least July 1st.
At least, right? Okay, great point, right? So up at least until July of this year, you'll be able to book those other cruises. So you've got a bunch of reward points that you want to use. You'll have several months here under membership 3 that you'll still be able, as a classic member, to be able to book those.
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, and that's great. So now's the time. Don't wait. Book that. We think that gives you, what is that? Almost more than half a year, right? It's almost 9 months. So.
Absolutely. So if you're currently a member, and with the extra 6 or 7 months of payments made in, you should have enough reward points to book that Disney cruise if you wanted to go on that Disney cruise. Okay. So you don't have to rush tomorrow to book the Disney cruise, or you don't have to rush tomorrow for anything. Nothing's going to change, and you will receive at least 90 days notice when that will be changing. Okay, so it's not going to be a last minute just drop change.
Perfect. Well, I know that's a question we get a lot. So I think that the rest of this they can kind of review. I know we're kind of getting to the point where we've kind of scheduled about 90 minutes for the discussion, and I think we've covered most of the key items. Anything else on your mind, Anthony?
No, those are the key items. Look, when it gets to QBI, those are very technical. You're the genius on that. So, but again, I think it's just people working it through, and I think that's the best. They just work it through. If they have questions, contact your territory.
Yeah, your team. If you have partner and income questions, TDs can answer that. Support now is aware of like all these different elements. The QBI stuff. I think that don't go through it here because as you get this deck, it's very well explained and with examples in this deck as far as how QBI works, and you'll just know that nothing's changing other than the fact that you have more access, more ability to produce, right? And then this one we've already talked about as far as lead times, and kind of brings us to really where we have this as the main Q&As. This item right here, current matching out-of-pocket payments. Those with 1-for-1, as you know, right? 1-for-1 reward points will only exist for inactive members in membership 3.0. And again, Anthony explained that really well. It's just not necessary anymore to be giving people 1-for-1 points because they can access the same advantages and more with insider pricing. So, with that, we'll probably.
And Doug, just one last one. The lead time in a insider pricing booking, I know you said it. I just want to reinforce it, and I want to say it again. The lead time is 21 days before departure. So membership 3.0 is going to come into effect November the 1st. Okay? That will open up the availability of more inventory outside of the inventory that we purchase for the 2-for-1 reward points. So therefore, there are some, as I'm aware, there are some December, January, February Christmas cruises, New Year cruises, spring break cruises in the Middle East that we may have limited inventory on. There will be increased inventory under insider pricing for those itineraries coming online.
That's awesome.
So if you had your mindset on a March MSC cruise in the Middle East, it should come back online under insider pricing in after November the 1st.
Well said. Great. Well, with that, I think we'll bring Erie back in to see if there's anything else we missed or that we should clarify. But Anthony, this has been great. It's been good to go through all this information. Again, we encourage you to spend some time with it. I think we're getting to the point where we have most of the questions answered, and TDs have access to some other individual questions that haven't applied to as many people, but they're able to answer those questions too. So, but let us know. Erie, you gonna come back on to send us off, or that transition?
My apologies. I think there is some issues with the system audio. That's why every time I change the scene, we have a little noise that is coming in. It's an Apple thing. I researched already, so it's an Apple thing that there's a bug.
Oh, well.
But anyway,
PC users
we
are happy
did
to
it.
hear
We
that.
did it. So, anyway, thank you very much, Anthony. Thank you very much, Doug. And I am going to close this webinar and say goodbye to all.
Great. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ari.
Okay.